Alright, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Real quick, this is an article that a brother put in our group chat. Okay, and I found it pretty interesting. Okay, concerning this, basically it says irrigation tunnel collapses and cuts off 100,000 acres of farmland in Wyoming and Nebraska. State of emergency declared. Okay, and this was published today by Strange Sounds. Okay, which, like we've been saying, man, the article said something very key at the end of it, which I'll read that and emphasize it. All right, but we've been saying this. All right, that these floods, all right, in the south, and these different disasters that are affecting the planting and the harvesting, and the farmers being able to plant their crops or their crops, it's going to take a big toll and an effect, all right, on these markets, all right, in these grocery stores. Okay, right now, because it's in the state of cause, and it's happening, people don't really see it, but people's minds are going to go on it when it's too late, when they're already feeling the effects. Food prices going up, food shortages. Okay, and these things are going to get worse and worse and worse, man, because the scriptures have already prophesied of there being a famine. Okay, so I'm going to read the article real quick. It says officials in Nebraska and Wyoming were scrambling Thursday to respond to an irrigation tunnel collapse that cut off water to more than 100,000 acres of farmland in both states. It says, and that during one of the hottest and driest times of year, a major threat to the region's economy. Look at that. Damn. Uh, Let me see. It says the collapse prompted governors from both states to declare an emergency, freeing up state resources to help local officials and laying the groundwork to request federal assistance. A 14-foot wide tunnel that collapsed is part of the Fort Laramie irrigation canal that runs above and below ground, delivering water from a pool created by the Wheeland diversion dam on the North Platte River to eastern Wyoming and western Nebraska. The arid region is dominated by irrigated farms that rely on the water to grow corn. Not only corn, but what? Sugar beets and alfalfa, but may have to do without for the next month. Now, all these different things, you really like, okay, yeah, that's corn, that's sugar beets, whatever it may be, but these are gonna affect you more than you think. Okay, it says it's 95 degrees right now and there's no chance of rain, said Rob Poston, general manager of the Goshen Irrigation District in Wyoming. This couldn't have happened at a worse time. And a lot of people are going to be saying that soon, man. Because look, the Lord is about to start cutting off your supply of comfortability. All right, the things that make you comfortable, okay, all those the Lord is about to take away. Okay, and all these different things, man. The Lord is about to put a lot of people in a very uncomfortable position and situation, one that they're not expecting. That's what makes it worse. Okay, when you're not expecting it, man. Let me get a quick precept real quick. Um, all right, I'll get this. Okay, now this is I mean, again at the women, but hey, everybody's, well, if you're not of the elect, you're really gonna be suffering the lack of the vintage and the gathering too. So I'm gonna read this real quick. I'm just get to the point. Verse 10, Isaiah 32 and 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. All right, now let's go into that word, vintage. Okay. All right. It says here, adjective, inaccessible, high. Um, all right. Let me check something out real quick. Okay, but like it says, the gathering shall not come, because a lot of these easily accessible things that people are able to get, okay, as of now, guess what? Oh, would you look at that? This is the NLT, right? The NLT for the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. It says here, in a short time, just a little more than a year, you careless ones will suddenly begin to care. Your fruit crops will fail, and the harvest will never take place. Okay? Now, what do we see going on here? This couldn't have happened at a worse time. All right? The farmers are having trouble planting their crops. All right? Meaning that's going to have a bad harvest or a bad gathering. And that's going to affect a lot of your stomachs, man. Okay? It says, Poston said officials still don't know why the 102-year-old tunnel collapsed or how much it will cost to repair the damage. Engineers are currently working on a temporary fix to shore up the tunnel that will cost an estimated $2 million and could take up to 25 days to complete. That's gonna put a lot of things behind, man. Now, when you look at the world right now, all right, the way things are looking for the U.S., it's like trouble brewing on every side. Okay, because you can't. It's not just focusing on the financial situation. All right, the U.S. being in over $22 trillion in debt, or the farming situation, the farmers not being able to plant these crops, which is leading to food shortages, or the economic situation where the U.S. is facing tariffs, okay, and are in a trade war with China, and it's getting worse with the U.S. trying to provide arms to Taiwan. All right, the whole thing with Iran, the tension in the Middle East, okay, and then you have trouble within the U.S. itself. All right, where you have Trump, all right, and this his whole racist comments and remarks leading to more and more division within the country. All right, you have these ICE agents, all right, getting aggressive, all right, in their arrests. All right, so all these different things are all troubles that are brewing and are gonna get worse and worse and worse. Now, mind you, while all this is happening, you have military troops training day and night, all right, preparing for that time when they declare martial law. All right, because they will declare martial law, man. One way or the other, you will find yourself in a police state, all right, and you will find yourself lacking in quote unquote rights. Okay, that's when you're gonna have people that are gonna want to take it seriously. It says, Poston said recent inspections for the tunnel found no major concerns. The tunnel is about 100 feet below ground. Now, it starts off with, oh, damn, they didn't have my favorite cereal anymore. Or, oh, damn, they don't have my favorite snacks or my favorite things anymore. All right, whatever, man. I'll just wait. All right. But soon it'll go to, oh, shoot. Well, what you mean you guys don't have any more rice, any more water? Any more salt, any more, And then what you mean you guys have nothing in store? It's gonna up like that, man. The collapse caused water to back up on the Wyoming side and burst through the canal's walls, said Michael Perlman, a spokesman for Wyoming government. It says Mark Gordon, the breach flooded nearby farmland and prevented any more water from flowing down the canal. It says Perlman said Gordon recognizes this as this is a serious emergency. All right, Nebraska government Pete Ricketts promised to use his state's resources to help farmers who have lost water at a critical time in the growing season. The canal, see, and the Lord is hitting them where it's gonna hurt. All right, the canal provides water to about 55,000 acres of Nebraska farmland. 55,000 acres, man. Okay. Now let me see. Let me just try to get to the point down here. Yeah, I'm gonna read this real quick. It says, Erdman said farmers who are affected will likely see major losses, and the state may have to help cover the canal and tunnel repair costs. Unlike storms that damage crops in one swoop, the sudden loss of water is forcing many to decide whether they want to continue investing in this year's crop to try to salvage what they can, even though they're at risk of losing it all. It weighs on your psyche, Erdman said. Well, after losing millions of calves in the floods, Now, Nebraska and Wyoming are facing major crop losses. Pay attention now. That will not only be bad for those states, but also for the global U.S. economy. Be prepared for food shortages and food prices going up like crazy. All right. So hey, that's some food for thought. All right, that's something to think about, man, because the Lord is working. All right, like it says, strange sounds. Well, guess what? Amazing phenomena around the world. Yeah. All right, and these are all biblical, man. But it's soon it's not gonna be just warning signs, man. You're gonna start feeling the effects. Don't worry, you're gonna start seeing it, man. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Until next time, Shalom.